Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I've crossed 100,000 miles, far above the world. You ain't never seen a lamp like that before. Well, maybe you have. I see you. I see you. I see you. This one is the 1964. Just got back from Old Sturbridge Village, my second visit. This time it was nice and sunny. And my final encounter was also nice and sunny with a fellow traveler named Daniel. He was heaven sent. It was sunny but cold. Spring equinox is coming though. We're almost there, I dare say. I also talked to the Koopa at the end at Old Sturbridge Village before I met Daniel. I talked to the Koopa. I spent a little time with the blacksmith. And I walked past the sawmill. So actually, I met Daniel and his wife Kim right by the after passing the sawmill. The Cooper, the blacksmith, and the sawmill. Old Sturbridge Village. Old Sturbridge Village, which is, I wrote down the year here, didn't I? I think it's 18, what year they're reenacting? Is it 18, damn. I didn't write it. Oh, 1838. 1838. They're not really reenacting it though. That's what they're they're presenting. They don't. It's not like Plymouth Plantation where all the people are in total character. Which is kind of weird. I mean, not kind of. I could tell you a little bit more about the contradiction of the 19th century and the 21st century with all of this going on now. Like this is how the response from government to the Spanish flu in the 20th century, right? And now here in the 21st century, this still makes sense considering like we haven't learned anything since the 20th century about how the immune system works in relation to infections and airborne and the 6 feet thing, right? 6 feet, yeah, the 6 feet. The virus it just stops at the wall of 6 feet and doesn't go anywhere. 6 feet under. Code vid. Code red. Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. Yeah. And the whole PC crap people do it, where if you say anything about soul or God, which are actually scientific spirituality, they immediately say, "Have a nice day. Here's my wall." Yeah, that's really democratic. Demo means people, and classy, not crazy, classy. Although what we have now is crazy, but classy means rule. The word forming element that you find all over the place in plutocracy, which means ruled by Pluto or wealth, and monarchy, which is one ruler, one ruler, or moon ruler, like Queen L eases a lizard breath. Speaking of Kawa, oh, look what my total was at the cafe, where I got some potato chips to tide myself over before I went to get the amazing tofu broccoli at the Thai place here. I got a tea and a water, and the chips came to 808. 88. Just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. I can't give it all away. I'm going to read this. Even though I've read this whole thing already on the page, I have a little bit more to go on now. Just a little. And I opened right to this earlier, and it's so apt or so perfect to read at this point, 2021, on March the 7th. They walked on the bones of their own future ancestors. Dr. Dan Burish. The intrusion into our timeline using a reality event distortion technology had begun to alter the behavior of humans on the original timeline by 2001. Global events were manipulated to create a convergence between the original timeline and the anti-reality. Just as the reality distortion moved to wipe out the cultural meditation of the Tibetans and the European Celts, they later began the next phase. Meditating Buddhist monks became the biggest obstacle to altering the path of the original timeline on Earth, which suggests that transcendental meditation acts as the frequency or the field created by that acts as a block to creepos who want to manipulate reality for their benefit. The studio was silent as Tatiana Yurasova began her opening statement. People see, quote, people see what is happening around the world. People see what is happening around the world. Some events include lands underwater, nuclear conflagrations, designer illnesses. What year was this published? I think it's 2007. Forseen Beyond Time by Michael St. Clair, 2007. Build a human being who can work with the Force. People see what is happening around the world. Some events include lands underwater, nuclear conflagrations, designer illnesses. Therefore, people ask, where is it safe? Will Russia survive? Is the economic crash the cause of social decline? What is my purpose on Earth at this time? Well, tonight we may find the answers to many of these questions, and I am happy to ask my special guest these and many more questions. Sir, it is an honor to have you here. Please tell us, is foreseeing the future possible at all? The Master of the Light answered in his slightly otherworld accent, with an engaging smile that seemed both unmoved and ageless. The future surveyed by my group of remote seers, said the Master of Light, is one of many probable futures that potentially lie ahead. If I may ask, Tatiana interjected, what do you mean by probable futures? By the way, we're on page 42. But if I may ask, Tatiana interjected, what do you mean by probable futures? The actual unfolding events determine which future this world takes. There are other probable futures which are all active and just as valid, answered the Master of the Light. Has your seer group seen a potential nuclear disaster in the years ahead of us, she asked. The extreme future of a nuclear event is not active at this time, he said, looking briefly at his Space Star watch. The events that would create that future by 2021 have not unfolded, and they probably will not unfold, as is described by misguided observers. Our future reality is more alluring and stable than people today may think. Why do you say that we still have the potential to move away from the worst possible future at this time? When Pluto entered Capricorn, said the Master of Light, for the first time in over 250 years, we realized the necessity of extracting ourselves from an alien-imposed anti-reality. When you say alien, do you mean paranormal? The paranormal is a lesser form of intelligence. Essentially, the alien agenda includes intrusive paranormal events that are not part of our current reality. Do they look like us? One type of alien appears to be human, he confided, while others look like ghostly apparitions. Extraterrestrials who arrived when Pluto was in Gemini in 1905 have not been idle. Do not assume that Earth scientists develop their own theories. Do not assume that Earth scientists develop their own theories. In fact, their agenda is manipulated by regressive aliens that intend to replace humans with clones. AI. Replacing natural intelligence with artificial intelligence. To control mankind, they, the aliens, are attempting to destroy the human spirit, science, and high culture. We'll read this to you, and then we're going to do a song. I hear the wind blowing across the desert, and I see the moons of a winter night rising like great ships in the void. To them I make my vow. I will be resolute and make an art of government. I will balance my inherited past and become a perfect storehouse of my relic memories. And I will be known for kindliness more than for knowledge. My face will shine down the corridors of time for as long as humans exist. Frank Herbert, Children of Dune. Leaving the Maze. So I did this today, sitting by the fire. The fireplace.
It's March 7, 2021, and it's a Sunday. Here in LA, cloudy, very still right now, around 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 Celsius. This afternoon, it's only going up to 64 degrees Fahrenheit, around 18 Celsius, and it looks like we're going to be having clouds all along the way. Great painting weather. Everybody, have a great day. Today's number. It's March 7th, 2021. 10 balls. Each ball has a number. Numbers 1 through 10. Swirl the numbers. Get your number.
8.
Today's number is 6.
That was actually my first thought. I guess always go with your first hunch. Maybe. I'm still working all that out. It's not easy. Oh no, Dad. Oh, come on. It's hard to say which song to do right now, but the one I really want to do, where my heart is going right now, is this one. I want to do a David Bowie song too, but maybe I'll do 2 right now. Maybe I get 2 in me.